Make the ground shake.
Hello everyone and welcome to another tank review. This time we are going to take a look into the tier 9 Japanese medium tank, the Type 61. This tank is a pretty average tier 9 medium that carries a 105mm gun that fires APCR as standard ammunition, but it has some traits that makes it differ from the other tier 9 tanks that use the 105mm gun. First of all, if the armor, when we look into the armor of this machine, we can see that it is non-existent. As you can see, 55 upper, 50 lower. Anything that can hit it, it will penetrate, unless it is at an autobus angle. The side of the hull, 35, 30, so auto pen for pretty much all the guns you can meet. Maybe some tier 7s might struggle, but even those have pretty huge caliber guns. The turret is also not very strong at all. As you can see, at the most parts it has 60 on the front. The gun mantlet is nowhere as near as good on something like a Centurion, because as you can see, it's at 90mm of spaced armor or 120 on some parts, and unless it hits at some weird angles such as this here, it's pretty much an easy penetrations. And on top of that, you have a huge ass thermal on the top of the turret, which makes the armor even less effective. But you can use this to your advantage, since you can spot with it quite easily, and if you only spot with it, it's pretty hard to shoot, especially if you wiggle. So the point of the armor is don't get shot at all, be a second like support tank, and another thing, don't snipe with it, because if you look into the gun stats, you can see that the DPM is the only good thing about it. I think it has a very good DPM, an okay penetration, and apart from that, it's pretty poor, I have to say. The ammo capacity is poor at 32. It means that if you shoot a lot, you will definitely run out of it. The armor, as I said, pretty garbage, and the health pool is pretty okay, that has to be said. The gun, 2.3 second aim time, pretty okay. The accuracy, 0.36, is pretty bad. Don't snipe with this thing no more than, if you are hitting targets for more than 300 meters, you will probably miss the whole tank. The gun bloom on turret traverse and tank moving up is pretty alright, but it's not good. A lot of tanks at this tier have this has this better, and the gun depression at 10 is one of the best in the tier. I will have to admit that, because apart from the Centurion, I don't think any other tank has 10 degrees of gun depression. The tank is quite weighty, and the power of 604 horsepower is pretty bad, so this tank isn't even that fast. The top speed of 47 is pretty poor for a medium tank, but the traverse, it's okay at 42 degrees per second, 48, sorry. Another thing to note, this tank has a woeful camo rating, so you will pretty much get outspotted by any tier 9 medium. It has worse camo than the E50, so it is that big, and combined with the paper thin armor it's pretty bad. For equipment I would definitely go with vert stabs. This gun needs that. Second, I would put covert optics just to enhance the view range at 400 base, which is pretty okay. I mean, some things have it better at the tier 9, but it is certainly one of the best. And a 10 gun rammer just to improve the DPM a little bit more. For consumables, a fire extinguisher is not needed, since actually it is, because the transmission on this tank is at the very front. That is another thing that I forgot to mention, and frontal shots can knock out your engine or damage it, and even set you on fire if it's from a larger caliber shell. Anyway guys, that is my view of that is my theoretical view of the Type 61. Let's get into some battles. And here we are in the first game. As you can see, it's a standard battle on the Sacred Valley map, and I am top tier in a really good matchup. Only 3 tier 9s on each side with 1 artillery. Now the positioning I am about to use on this map is very important. I usually don't go on the hill that is on J8, 9 area. I usually go to this part here because you can get the pretty quickly if you are in a medium, and you can use that to your advantage. As you can see, the Type is not the fastest of tanks, and another thing to note, as I didn't mention it in the garage, is the top engine. I don't have it researched, and I believe that it is just a waste of experience and money, because it doesn't improve the acceleration all that much, and also it doesn't it is not needed, because the top speed of 47, as I said, is pretty low. So just don't waste your experience and get to the STB1 as fast as possible. As you can see, my strategy has paid off. So far 1.2k damage for absolutely free. I do take 1 shot from the 110, but I wasn't full HP, so it did not matter. The Carnarvon was quickly dealt with by me and the Object 416. The Tiger also gives me his sight. I will happily shoot him there. Now the 110 is focused on the Object, and I shoot him in the track and do damage, and he gets taken out by the IS-8. I am worried from the behind because of the AMX 5100, but the IS-3 is there and he can hold them off for now. Unfortunately, if the gun misses and hits the track of the Yak Tiger, now the Yak Tiger fires, and I have an easy shot on his lower plate. Do roll quite high with my gun, I will have to admit that. Now I do try to prioritize the Yak Tiger, since he is a tier 9 tank and he is a very competent player, and I do put another shot into his lower plate, which means I can take him out. Now we trade with the AMX. He shoots me for 300, I shoot him for 400, so in my book that's pretty nice trade, even though it would have been nice if I didn't take a shot. I do bounce, luckily, 1 shot from the AMX, and he is taken out by the I-6. The 87 also bounces in my well-angled upper plate, and I will try to put another shot into his turret hatch, and he's now a 2-shot for me. 1 shot if I roll really high, and as I take that shot, 8 bounces, and now you will see this gun accuracy. I mean, the 87 is around 200 meters away and it can hit anything. Unfortunately, I did kill my driver once, so I don't have a medkit, and I now have a dead loader, which means my reload is around 17 seconds. I do bounce one shot on the Tiger, and for some reason, I don't know why, maybe in frustration I did load hit now, even though I'll admit it is not needed at all at this point. The I6 shoots the Tiger and I don't take him out. This low reload is really annoying at this point. The GW Tiger PV one shots the Tiger 1, and I do have rear shots on this E75, but I'm still reload, and as I reload I do take him out since he was a one shot for me. And now I switch back to my APCR, and I'll say it again, there was no need for me to even shoot hit during the course of this battle. That was my mistake. Only 3 enemy tanks now, it's just a quick cleanup, and the type is not good at that since it doesn't really have the speed to go places. I do put one shot into the AMX 1375. The ISU is a one shot, but I have a very long reload and I don't take him out. Let's get into the post-battle results. And here we are in the post-battle results. As you can see, I've managed to get this tanker, some tokens and high caliber from the battlefield medals. I was 1 kill away from a top gun, but because I did not have a loader, I wasn't able to, but since I carried this one pretty hard, I don't even mind, if I'm honest. If we look into the team score, we can see that we did finish on top on experience and damage done with 5.2k damage, 1.4k base experience and 5 kills. And if we look into the detailed report, we can see that we did fire 19 shots, hit 18 and penetrated only 15, which showcases that this gun can't snipe at weak spots compared to something like like an E50 or maybe an AMX 30. Out of our damage done, all was done at close range. We did receive 4 hits. We did receive 7 hits, 4 penetrations and 3 bounces, but mostly they were from low caliber guns, which means that we only got 760 points of damage, and we did 1.3k spotting damage or detracking damage. That's enough from this game. Let's get into the second battle. And this is the second game. Again, a pretty good matchup for me, only 3 tier 9s on each side, and it's a standard battle on Fisherman's Bay. The position I am about to use is pretty okay. I will use this house here, and also for some occasions this position is also pretty good. I could have gone here and I would have probably gotten a pretty okay game as well, but I usually go here because I feel that you can have better control through the middle. Usually I prefer the other side because the concealment, the soft covers, the bushes and the foliage is a lot better from there, and you can spot far more easily the tanks that try to go to the city. But I will have to try my best from this side as well. Usually now somebody did knock a part of this house down. Usually I will knock it myself all the way because it is pretty annoying, and you can get much more effective shots if it is not here. I do put another shot into the lower plate of the M103. He knocked down the house now. I do get surprised by the IS-3, but fortunately I managed to hit him back and I come out on top in that trade. So far I've done only 1000 damage. It's not the fastest start, and I pick up the IS-3 for only 88 damage. Now the M103 and the IS-3 are both here, and I think that the M103 spots me. I do fire one blind shot and pull back. You have to know at this point that I don't want to sit around to aim, because if I miss and pull back and not take any damage, I will still come out on top, because I won't get hit in return. Now the IS-6 is presenting me his rear armor, his side armor, and I do put 2 shots into him, which is very nice. And this T-54 is making the run for the city. I put another side shot into him, and we are already up to 3.2k damage done. He misses, I don't put another shot in, and I am worried about some capping TD, but I will have to take him out, and that's 2 tier 9s dealt with, only 1 tier 9 left for the enemy team. Now I will try to put some fire in this Yak Tiger, but realizing that I will not be able to, I will now get back between these houses for some harder cover and concealment, but the T-71 at least spots the Borsig, and I out-aim him and do take him out. I do have side shots on this Bulldog, and the first one I missed completely. I do get spotted, and I am worried about being shot, but fortunately I do put another shot into the Bulldog, and now I have to get in between these houses because there are still TDs camping here. I do have side shots on this Cherry, but he gets taken out, and at this point I am worried about the T-69 and the Yak Tigers, because if the T-69 plays correctly, I will be put in some serious crossfire between him and the Yak Tiger, so I get in between here, and I tunnel vision a bit for the T-69, but luckily he gets taken out by my team. Now there is a Yak Tiger here and a Yak Tiger camping on the C1 area, which gets spotted now, and I will try to put side shots into him. That's one side shot, do set him on fire, but he extinguishes it pretty quickly, and that means I will have to put another shot in, but as I said, this tank has a very good rate of fire, which means I can easily put 2 shots in and come out on top. I do have side shot from this Object 704. I do put 1 shot in him, he is now a 1 shot for me, and I spot him on GG and take him out. That was another pretty okay game. Let's get into the post-battle results of it as well. The final game, I managed to pick up Ace Tanker, some other tokens, and we also managed to get High Caliber and Confederate, which combined with our 4 kills means that we did fire at a lot of people, as you saw in the game. If you look into the team score, we can see that we did finish top 1 experience and damage with 6.5k damage done, 4 kills and 1.3k base experience, which was enough to get us the Ace Tanker. And if you look into the detailed report, we did fire 20 shots, hit 19 and penetrate 19, which means that our gun fared a lot better in this game compared to the first one. Out of our 6,500 damage, 1.4 were at the sniping distance. We did receive 3 hits and 3 penetrated, which really showcases that there is no armor on this machine. We did damage 10 vehicles, destroyed 4, and 1.8k damage were from our assistants. Anyway guys, this was my tank on the Type 61, the Japanese tier 9 medium. It is not the best tier 9 medium in my opinion, but it can get the job done occasionally, and it's a solid performer, but in my opinion there are a lot better machines that can do each job uh, better. Hope you enjoyed this video, and bye for now.